The Dark Ages are typically known as a brutal time in history where life was nasty, violent, and short. But what was life really like in Dark Age Britain? And was there any truth to the legendary tales of King Arthur? Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Life in Dark Age Britain was not all that different from life in the Dark Ages elsewhere in Europe. It was a time of great upheaval and change. The Roman Empire, which had ruled Britain for almost 400 years, had fallen, and the island was now occupied by Anglo-Saxons. They constructed new towns and villages and developed a new system of agriculture that was more suited to the climate of Britain. Arthur is said to have been a warrior king who fought against the Saxons and united the Britons under his banner. According to legend, Arthur's sword was Excalibur, and his wizard advisor was Merlin. The stories of King Arthur and the Lady of the Lake may have originated during this time, or they may have been passed down from earlier British folklore. Either way, they are an important part of British history and culture. While there is no historical evidence that Arthur ever existed, the story has captured the imagination of people for centuries. They also brought with them a new religion, Germanic paganism, which eventually gave way to Christianity. The Lady of the Lake is said to have been a magical being who lived in a lake in the center of the island. She was said to be very beautiful, and her tears were said to have healing powers. Many knights of the Round Table, including Sir Lancelot and Sir Galahad, are said to have died trying to retrieve her sword. This was a time of great cultural exchange, and the people of Britain were exposed to new ideas and customs from across Europe. A Germanic tribe that had crossed the North Sea in small boats and carved out a new kingdom on the island. Did King Arthur really live in Dark Age Britain? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. If you found this interesting or learned something new, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content like this. Well, if he was an Anglo-Saxon, he would have been part of a tribal society ruled by a king and a council of elders. His life would have revolved around the village and the local lord. He would have farmed the land, herded animals, and fought in the king's army when called upon. If he was a native British man, his life would have been much harder. The Anglo-Saxons were not known for their mercy, and the natives were often enslaved, or worse. Still, the Britons persevered and they eventually formed their own kingdoms in the north and west of England. They also developed a new culture that was a blend of Roman, Celtic, and Germanic traditions. The old Roman towns were abandoned, and the countryside was in chaos. There was no effective government, and everyone was for himself. The old Roman roads fell into disrepair, and the people were on their own to fend off the many invaders who sought to take over the island. But it wasn't all bad news. While the Anglo-Saxons were fierce warriors, they were also great builders. So what was life like for the ordinary man in Dark Age Britain? One of the most famous legends of Dark Age Britain is the story of King Arthur. Another famous legend of Dark Age Britain is the story of the Lady of the Lake. Dark Age Britain was a time of great upheaval and change, but it was also a time of great heroes and legends. What do you think? Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload.